If two people are making a mortgage payment and one of them dies, how do you protect yourself? What are your options? I'm talking to a couple and they're explaining to me that they're ready to move forward with the house, but the wife is really concerned about the payment. She's explaining to me that if something was to happen to her husband, she said there's just no way I'd be able to make this payment. Not only would she be concerned about losing him, but she'd be concerned about having to sell the house and relocate in the family, which is a valid concern. And I was explaining to her there's really two options to protect yourself. Insurance policies. One is a term life policy and the other is a credit life policy. So the credit life policy is a policy that you typically take out with your current servicer. Sometimes you can get it through a third party, but it's an amount of money that you pay every month. And when one of the people in the mortgage dies, it pays the mortgage off in full. The disadvantage of that is the payout reduces. So if you had a $400,000 mortgage and you pay the balance down to $350,000, if that event ever happened, it would only pay out $350,000. It actually has a declining payout, but you do have to look at the cost of it because it does reflect that. The second one is a term life policy. If you had a $400,000 mortgage on a say a 30-year loan, what most people would do is they would take a 15 or 20-year loan. And the reason why is they believe that they won't have the house for that amount of time. They might sell, they might do something else, or they might just pay it off. But the term policy pays off the full amount of the policy. So if you initially took a $400,000 mortgage and you paid the balance down to $350,000, it would pay off the mortgage, the $350,000 amount, and the remaining spouse would get to keep the other $50,000. They're both options that you have to protect yourself if somebody was to pass away. You just have to look at both in terms of the payout and the cost to determine which one works best for your family.